Hey there, YouTube. It's been a while. It's Joe. Sorry if the camera's shaky. I'm actually holding it by hand because it's a little bit dark in the apartment, but it's light outside, so I'm just trying to catch some what's left of the daylight. Actually, let me turn that light on. Hold on. Okay, I don't know if that's lighter or not, but I just wanted to talk about authenticity today. That's today's topic because I just came back from this work event that actually makes me want to blow my head off. It was a year-end, whatever. It was actually a big party, supposedly, to celebrate the year-end. I've been on a project for a long time. And everybody was just patting each other on the back, saying what a great job everybody had done at IBM. Was congratulating us, and we were congratulating them. And everybody was like kind of just completely ignoring the fact that it's an extremely dysfunctional work environment. And there are like so many problems. And I get that they're trying to focus on what's right instead of what's wrong. But it seems very, very cultish to me. Now, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, but one of my subscriptions for over a year now, probably 2 years, is Tori Magoo 44, who is a former cult member of Scientology. And she got out in 2000, and she makes regular videos trying to encourage people to leave or help loved ones leave the cult if they can. And she's got a gentle way about her and just a way of expressing, because she knows what it's like to be in a cult. And each video's got just a new layer as to what it's like to live in a cult. And, you know, especially because people often say, you gotta be stupid. You gotta be stupid to be in a cult. And the fact is, you don't have to be stupid. It's very subtle and gradual, and getting caught up in it, it happens. It can happen to anybody. And I often think of my workplace kind of like a cult, because everybody talks about how great it is all the time. That's what Scientologists do. They talk about how great Scientology is with this kind of zombie look on their face, because they're almost afraid to talk about the truth, which is that it's seriously fucked up. And so, because it's almost like if you open the floodgate, it'll never end. And so you don't even talk about it at all. Kind of like being in an abusive relationship as well. And I noticed that I do not thrive in those environments at all, that I'm an extremely authentic person. And I call it the way I see it, and I have to live it, I have to feel it in order to say it. You don't catch me lying, you don't catch me saying things I don't believe. I can't. I'm actually incapable of saying things I don't believe. So for me to sit in a room where everybody's patting each other on the back and talking about what a great job we all did when we did a shit job, and you know, it was one cluster fuck after another, and I mean, I could just go on and on and on, but it's just so inauthentic to me, and I can't cope with inauthenticity. Is that a word? Whatever the opposite of authenticity is. So I really strive to live my life authentically, and I don't even have to strive because it comes naturally to me. But I work in this environment where I can't be, but I am. I don't know how to describe this. I have a really big mouth, so I'm not shy about my opinions, and I express my opinions very loudly, and to anyone who will listen at work, about work. And it's a huge, there's staff of over 5,000 people, so throughout the course of the day when I come into contact with anybody, everybody's got the same opinion of the way it's run and the politics, and you can't change, can't move the mountain, and it's always been like this forever, and it'll be like this forevermore. And so there's a lot of us who bitch about work. And I never wanted to be one of those people who bitched about work, but it turns out I am. I just... So, I live this life where I think if you can't be part of the solution, you're part of the problem. I've always believed this on many levels, like the New Orleans thing, or you have to take a stab at fixing what's broken in this world and in your life, and if you don't take a stab at it, who will? So, if something's wrong, you need to identify that it's wrong. Hi, Stanley. Stanley there? Yes, my little darling's reading. Anyway, you need to take a stab at fixing it. And so I've always done this in my life with, bad boyfriends, or just stupid things I've done, or just fixing what's broken. That's for God's sakes, that's what I do for a living. I fix computers for a living. I rewire. I make things better. I fix it. Except that my career is broken and I can't fix it, and it's very, very, very hard on my soul. Very hard on my soul. I was in a very black mood all day today, and I came home and I was actually near tears driving home, listening to like really sappy country music, and then I got out and I drove down these country roads, and I relaxed, and I know that it's so right to be out here in the country. This is so good for my soul. Even the hour drive home is a decompression. It's a complete decompression. So when I get here, I went right out to the garden and was looking to make sure. And sure enough, actually I planted some lily of the valley and they took, and they're not blooming, but I just planted them yesterday and they're already grown. And my other little tomato plants have got some dark green foliage on them where they were light green inside. So I think they're growing. I think they've got some vitamin D in them or something, or chlorophyll or whatever. So life's pretty good today. It's Friday night. I got the whole weekend to completely decompress from this fiasco that was today's stupid work thing. But I got to get a new job, and that's my next goal. My big goal was to leave Hamilton and to leave that apartment, and I did that. It took me 10.5 years to do it, but it's done. And it was such a long time in coming, and I'm so glad I did it. And now I need to get a new job. I'm terrified because I make good money and I have benefits and seniority and all that shit. It's a union job. It's the kind of job you wait your whole life for. However, I'll just show you what I get to come home to. This is what I get to come home to. So that's relaxing to me. It's completely relaxing to me. I don't know if you can hear the chirpy birds. But I'd like to encourage all people to be authentic. And if you think something is wrong or you feel something is wrong, like you're living in a cult, you probably are. And you probably should try and acknowledge it first and then take baby steps towards getting out of it.